Mother's Day is coming up, and you want her gift to be something she actually enjoys every single day. Raycon's Everyday Earbuds Classic are perfect for that. I've been using mine nonstop. When I'm working, traveling, even catching up on podcasts, they've become my go-to. The sound is fantastic, and with active noise cancellation, I can block out distractions when I need to. They've also added really smart upgrades. Multi-point connectivity lets me pair with two devices at once. The ergonomic fit is comfortable and stays put, no matter what I'm doing. And I'm loving the cool mint color. It's fresh, a nice change from basic black or white. Battery life is strong, up to 32 hours, and a quick 10-minute charge gives me 90 minutes of playtime. I also use awareness mode when I'm out walking my dog, so I can hear everything around me. So make it easy to celebrate the moms in your life. Go to buyraycon.com/Kim, and you'll get 15% off. That's buyraycon.com/Kim. buyraycon.com/Kim and get that 15% off right now. Sign up for my free daily newsletter, The Current, at getkim.com. Do you know what a botnet is?
No.
You don't? We're going to be talking about those. It's like an army of hijacked gadgets that all work towards one particular goal in mind. And it's because you have every router, webcam, streaming box. Criminals don't necessarily want to steal your data anymore. They want to weaponize your devices to turn it into these botnets. Fascinating idea of what's going on and how to protect yourself. And joining us right now is Allan Liska. He's an intelligence analyst at Recorded Future. It's the world's largest threat intelligence company. They're tracking all the bad guys and gals so we don't have to. So how big are these botnets, Allan?
The botnets can be composed of millions of devices. Because everybody has a home router, right? And so right there, just as a baseline, you're talking about billions of devices out there, and so many of these devices are vulnerable. It's relatively easy to build a very large botnet, and they're powerful.
Give us an example of what they have accomplished thus far.
So we saw last year that there was one of the largest DDoS attacks ever that in terms of traffic size was terabits of traffic that Cloudflare blocked. And that all comes from these botnets. When you have a hive mind of you send a single command from wherever your command and control location is and activate all of these bots to force traffic into one spot, you can generate just unseemly amounts of traffic.
And so Cloudflare, refresh everybody's memory. That was awful. It took down just airlines and airports and all other kinds of companies, right?
Right, exactly. So Cloudflare, for people that don't know, is a DDoS protection service, among other things. It does a lot of different things, but one of the things it does is it tries to stop that traffic. But even something like Cloudflare can be overwhelmed by the size of the traffic, and so many organizations rely on Cloudflare for that level of security that if they get overwhelmed, then those organizations behind them can be overwhelmed as well.
If one of my devices was part of this botnet, is it going to act normally while it's waiting for that command? Am I even going to know that it's part of it?
No, you will have no idea, because most people, when they get their router, it's in their mind, it's set it and forget it. How often do people update their home routers? Not very often. Or if you're like a lot of people in the United States, you may get your home router from your ISP. And so you think that your internet provider is the one that's managing and updating it, but they don't. They're just giving you a device, and they assume that you're going to update it. So it's one of these things, we now have, your Windows machine or your Mac at home or your iPhone or Android. A lot of those have auto updates on it. Most routers don't have that facility. So when a new version comes out or when a vulnerability is discovered, you have no way of knowing that.
Yes, it's not like they're going to call you up and say, "Oh, by the way, just wanted to let you know."
But just so you know, Alan, I changed my router password from password 1234 to 1234 password, so I'm good.
That's good.
You're set. That's perfect.
Because you can go on the internet and go to routerpasswords.com and it gives you every password out there. It's just nuts. It really is. But that's an interesting question though, because how would you know? Maybe your traffic might seem a little slower. Do you think?
It might, but only when it's engaged in DDoS activities. Otherwise, the command and control itself, like the check-in to the bad guy's server, is just a couple of bytes of traffic. So it would blend in. You wouldn't notice it. Your ISP certainly wouldn't notice it. It's not until it's being activated for one of these attacks. And even then, let's say they've done it during the day while you're at work. You definitely wouldn't notice a change at that point.
Now, is AI making this worse?
So it's interesting because AI hasn't done anything to accelerate the process. All it's done, like it has for a lot of people in their day-to-day job, is it becomes a force multiplier. So it allows you to gain access to a lot of systems faster, and it allows maybe less experienced hackers to start building one of these botnets in a faster way, because you can use AI to automate a lot of that. But all of these botnet services have relied on automation forever. They've been way ahead of the game in terms of automation, because the only way it works is if you can auto scan, auto deploy, and then auto control.
That glow that you see on people just seem to radiate health. It's not just great lighting. It's what's happening inside their body. And one of the best kept secrets to looking and feeling amazing is collagen. You see, as we age, our bodies naturally produce less collagen, which can lead to wrinkles, thinning hair, brittle nails, and just feeling less flexible than we used to. But the good news is that you can support your body naturally. With high-quality collagen from Native Path, you're giving your body the building blocks it needs to support smoother looking skin, stronger nails, and shinier hair. And some studies also suggest collagen supplements may help support bone health too. You see, it's not about turning back time. I know we want to do that, but we just can't. It's about feeling your best at any age. And right now, as a Kim Commando listener, you can get Native Path Collagen for just a fraction of the retail price, plus free shipping and a free gift bundle. Just go to getnativepath.com/Kim. That's getnativepath.com/Kim.
These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Individual results may vary.
Study and play come together on a Windows 11 PC. And for a limited time, college students get the best of both worlds. Get the Unreal College Deal. Everything you need to study and play with select Windows 11 PCs. Eligible students get a year of Microsoft 365 Premium and a year of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate with a custom color Xbox wireless controller. Learn more at windows.com/student offer. While supplies last. Ends June 30th. Terms at aka.ms/collegepc.
And so last month, the U.S. Justice Department, they took down, 4 botnets. What were those botnets doing?
So there were two different things. Largely, they were used for DDoS attacks, and these could be taking out major companies, organizations, or government agencies. But also, they can be used for gamers. So there's a thing in gaming called booting, where if you're mad at somebody who's playing the same game you are, you can, for $20, hire one of these botnets to kick them off of the game temporarily so that they can't keep sniping you or whatever. But the other thing that they're used for is they're used as redirects. So let's say that I'm a hacker in Russia and I want to break into a bank or something. Well, if I come from Russia, the bank is going to block me. However, if I come from downtown Chicago, then I'm more likely to be able to get access in because I'm coming from a location that looks like I should be trying to log into that bank. And so they're also, in addition to being used for DDoS services, they're used as redirects for hackers.
It's so fascinating. Now with the war happening in Iran, are these botnets gearing up for anything? Do you see any of that activity?
Yeah, so there are Iranian groups that are cyber criminal groups, but that are aligned with the Iranian government that take advantage of these kind of attacks as well. We've already seen that with DDoS attacks being launched against U.S. and Israeli either perceived targets or aligned targets to try and take down those. So we've seen claims. I think just today, Chime was one of them that an Iranian group claimed that they were able to take down with a DDoS attack.
So bottom line, update all your passwords.
Please.
Okay? Update your systems rather. And
Right.
And no, let me in as your password.
Yes. And the other thing is, so one of the things that's a feature of these botnets is that the malware on your router is all memory resident. So even if you can't remember your login and you can't remember how to update your router, if you just reboot it once a week, that also gets rid of the botnets. Now, they may come right back, but it does temporarily get rid of it.
Yeah. So, and while you're at it, do your modem at the same time.
Exactly.
So, you know what, Alan? Thank you so much for chiming in on all this. No pun intended with the chiming there. Thanks for coming on board and talking more about it. It's fascinating to me how the technology works.
Didn't even think, that that's happening in the background and these huge attacks are happening because most of them go unreported or just one report.
Yeah.
And
or
then they
something
move
big
on.
happens. Yes. Well, there's some things that just keep coming back and back and back with some various hacking groups. But as far as the botnets, you're talking like, hundreds of thousands of devices, millions of devices that are all coordinating towards one particular thing. But that's interesting I've always wondered about how they were booting those people out. Did you? I've never.
No, I had no idea.
I had no idea either.